Welcome back to the channel everyone. Today I want to give you some Lucid Motors updates from the last week or two. The wider market has been on a negative trajectory for quite some time, even past those March lows. But how has CCIV been faring? I'll be talking about Peter Rawlinson's future salary plans, their new hires, their Analyst Day presentation, giving you my updated price prediction, and much more. If you guys are new to the channel, or if you've seen some of my other videos, but you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel and ding that notification bell. But for now, stay tuned and let's make some money. Now I want to dive straight in with the key information. Peter was recently on CNBC where he disclosed that he's basically going all in with stock options, like Elon Musk from Tesla. He said that he basically doesn't want to take a salary in the future and just wants to be remunerated solely in stock options. This will give Peter Rawlinson the motivation to continually drive and continually push Lucid Motors to new highs, and also shows that he's very confident about the future of Lucid Motors. So confident in fact that he doesn't even really want to take a cash salary. The interviewer also asked Peter Rawlinson if he'd commit and guarantee to produce 20,000 vehicles in 2022. Peter Rawlinson didn't want to guarantee that he would produce all of those vehicles, and I guess it's quite difficult to guarantee something like that because it just leaves you so open to being sued, which, by the way, CCIV and Lucid Motors are currently facing like 5 or 10 lawsuits at the moment, considering the stock price of CCIV fell so sharply. I'm also slightly disappointed that Lucid Motors are only planning to produce 20,000 vehicles in 2022. Considering the current production capacity for the Arizona facility is around 34,000 vehicles per year, so they won't be maxing that out until at least 2023. But then again, saying that, 20,000 vehicles a year is still a lot of vehicles, especially when you consider the price of the Lucid Air. The average price for a Lucid Air is around $120,000. I found that by taking the $169,000 for the Lucid Air Dream Edition, $139,000 for the Grand Touring, $95,000 for the Touring, and $77,000 for the Air Pure. Divide all that by 4 gives you $120,000. Multiplying that by 20,000 vehicles gives you annual sales of around $2.4 billion. Using a 20 times sales to market cap ratio, which is what Tesla have, gives Lucid Motors an expected market cap of $48 billion, compared to their current post-merger market cap of around $27 billion. By the way, NIO actually have a 30 times sales to market cap ratio. Using that would give Lucid Motors a post-merger market cap of $72 billion with 20,000 vehicles per year produced. If the last 30 seconds made absolutely no sense to you, basically what I'm saying is that CCIV's current share price is $17 per share. If they manufacture 20,000 vehicles next year in 2022, their share price will be somewhere between $30 and $45 per share because they'll have a market cap of between $48 and $72 billion. Lucid have also recently made a number of new hires. They've taken on Sherry House as the CFO, who previously worked at Waymo, Google's autonomous vehicle division. This is the company that I mentioned a few videos ago that has an autonomous taxi service based in Arizona. They've also taken on Margit Berggraf, who spent a whopping 15 years at Apple and 6 years at Intel. That Apple link just keeps coming up. There's also Chandra, who worked at a number of fast-growing companies like Workday and PayPal. And finally, there's Jeff Curry, the VP of Marketing, who's worked at a number of other car companies like Jaguar, Ferrari, Audi, and others, working on adverts across the entire spectrum, even as high as Super Bowl adverts. Now, having a Lucid Motors Super Bowl advert really would take Lucid mainstream. Now let's also talk about the Lucid Motors Analyst Day presentation. This Analyst Day presentation is basically to give everyone an update on Lucid Motors since the announcement of the merger. They now have over 9,000 Lucid Airs on pre-order, which is over the 8,000 that they previously announced, and probably getting fairly close to that estimated 10,000 that I suggested. They also have over 74 fully built pre-production cars that are fully operational. They're expecting their final run of quality control vehicles in June, and therefore I think they could start customer deliveries either late June, maybe July, or at the very latest, the start of August. They also updated us on their energy storage system, which is currently undergoing testing and is being integrated with their solar panels on the roof of their headquarters, which is also great news. I also found this photo from their Analyst Day presentation. You can see that it's a very futuristic car, and maybe that's why they added the photo, because it's futuristic and it works well with the rocket ship or that really modern home. But this is actually a Zoox driverless vehicle, or Amazon's driverless EV. Now maybe they added the photo just because it looks pretty cool, or maybe because they're using Amazon's Alexa and wanted to pay a little homage. Or maybe they're planning on using Amazon's automotive technology. We can also see one of Lucid's service vans, which will come and service your vehicle at your home, making any repairs and updates as necessary. Very impressive. Now I don't know if this is going to be like a recurring monthly or annual subscription that you have to pay on top of the price of the car, or whether it's going to be included in the vehicle price. If you haven't already picked up some shares in CCIV, then be sure to check out the links down below to Webull and Free Trade. You can currently get 2 free shares worth up to $1,850 using Webull at the moment, and a free share worth up to £200 using Free Trade. Interestingly, the CCIV and Lucid Motors merger is now expected to close in early Q3 of 2021. This is a slight delay from late Q2, as in the 30th of June, meaning the merger is now probably going to close in sometime in July or maybe very early August, coinciding with those Lucid Motors deliveries. In terms of the CCIV stock, it's recently fallen to around that $17 region from the $24 region. This fall in the CCIV stock is largely being driven by the fall in the wider tech market. If we take a look at Tesla, for example, a few weeks ago it was $740 a share, now only around $570 a share. Tesla is obviously the market leader for EV stocks. When the Tesla stock is up, most other EV stocks are also up as well. And when the Tesla stock is down, most other EV stocks are also down. Tesla is currently right by those March lows of around $560. If it does breach that $560 region, we'll see levels of Tesla not seen since December of 2020. This is having a wider knock-on effect on CCIV, NIO, XPeng and the entire EV market. But over the next few months and the next few years, I'm very bullish on CCIV and on Tesla. If we look a little bit further back to say like a 5-year time frame, Tesla has increased 10x and almost 20x at some points from its previous value. Therefore, over the next 5 years, I think we could quite easily see the CCIV stock 10x or even 20x to $200 a share or $400 a share. Considering CCIV and Lucid Motors have all of this SPAC money and the Saudi money and all of the new technology, they're probably likely to grow quicker than Tesla did 5 or 10 years ago. Michael Burry did warn everyone a few months ago of a stock market crash, and this is obviously what he was trying to tell everyone about. The market really exploded between December and February, and now the market is pulling back to more natural and sustainable levels before steadily increasing again past those December, January and February highs. Personally, I do think this is just a normal market cycle. If we take a look at Apple, for example, the stock doesn't just go directly up. It fell in 2018 and in 2019 and again in 2020. But that's what stocks do. They go up and they go down. Back in 2018, Apple actually lost 33% of its entire stock value. And if one of the largest companies in the entire world can lose 30% of its value, it's not unusual or not unreasonable for a small company like Lucid Motors to lose 50% or even 75% of its stock's value before going back up to those previous highs and miles past them. Apple has since grown over 300% since those 2018 lows. And if Apple can grow over 300%, then over the next few years, CCIV, NIO, Tesla and other EV stocks are going to be much higher than they currently are. Now, if you want to hear about news like this before I make a video and you want to become part of the team where we discuss stocks before they blow up, be sure to check out the link in the description down below to the Patreon and the private Discord. And as always guys, if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to check out some of my others. Alternatively, subscribe to the channel and ding that notification bell, because that way you'll be alerted when I upload a new video. Cheers!